Do you believe that only a mongoose stands a chance against a snake? Think again, as various animals are equally adept at challenging snakes. A snake might regret tangling with a certain spider, confronting a particular bird, or even attacking a household pet. In this segment, we'll unveil 10 extraordinary moments where snakes encountered formidable foes. Let's dive into these intriguing confrontations. Number 10. Get out of the way. What should you do if you come across one of Australia's most dangerous snakes while out walking? Run away and call for help. Well, there is another option, but it's not for the faint-hearted. You can kick the snake. This brave old man provides a lesson. He kicked the snake not once, but twice. After the first blow, the snake stays still, but the second kick makes it move away quickly. While this might seem like a useful trick, it is not recommended to repeat it with any known snake species. Who knows how the snake will react to it? Number 9. Python, jackal, and honey badger. At a glance, it's not easy to see which animal in the scuffle will attack the wrong opponent. The video was filmed in a national park in Botswana. The author admits that at first, he believed the python had won. Judging by the grip, the honey badger had almost no chance to get out of the trap. However, when the jackal came closer, the situation suddenly changed. All it had to do was to divert the snake's attention for a second, and now the honey badger is already out of the grip and is dragging the snake by the tail. The truth is that a pair of jackals attracted by the battle does not intend to retreat. They came here for the prey. If they can't snack on the honey badger, they'll agree to eat snake meat. But to get this meat, they'll have to fight not only the python, but also another animal, which itself does not mind eating reptiles. What animal will win this fight? Place your bets and write your opinion in the comments down below. Number 8. The snake-eating spider. It was previously believed that the most dangerous snakes on Earth resided in the rainforests of South America. However, recent discoveries have revealed that these forests also hide spiders that are capable of consuming an entire snake. A group of scientists studying the fauna of Brazil stumbled upon such a sight. The attack itself was already shocking enough to the scientists, but the finale of the battle was caught on camera for the first time. The smooth earth snake, which is almost 40 centimeters in length, is an unusual and difficult prey for the spider. Even the largest and most venomous tarantulas generally prefer to hunt easier targets. It's possible that the inexperienced snake encroached on the spider's home, as tarantulas typically prefer to occupy the most comfortable burrows on the forest floor. Regardless of how it happened, the curious reptile ended up becoming prey for the spider. Number 7. Secretary bird. Why was this snake's menace so named? This bird species is the only one in the secretary bird family, which name comes from the black feathers on its head, reminiscent of the goose feathers that court clerks used to put in their wigs. This is where the resemblance to clerks ends. This African bird prefers not to fly, but to crawl on the ground as it's much easier to spot its prey. Powerful feet and claws allow secretary birds to defeat an opponent 5 times stronger than they are without taking to the air. The most common prey of secretary birds is rodents, but snakes, most of which are venomous in this habitat, are their prey too. But how does a bird, which has no immunity to venom, deal with reptiles? To find out, scientists applied a series of tests involving a fake snake. It turned out that secretary birds first beat snakes with their feet and then complete the hunt with a blow of their beak. Secretary bird strikes are incredibly fast. The direct contact between the bird's feet and the snake lasts only 15 milliseconds. A poor snake simply has no time to react to such a lightning-fast attack. Number 6. Honey badgers. Although they are called honey badgers, they do not solely subsist on honey. Despite their appearance of being plump, clumsy badgers, honey badgers have the ability to eat killer bees for breakfast and large snakes for lunch. But how do they achieve this feat? Pythons, known for their enormous squeezing power and deadly venomous snakes, are found in the African homeland of the honey badger. It may seem surprising, but honey badgers are able to defeat any snake in a fight, regardless of the snake's size and the presence of venom in its body. The reason behind this is that the thick skin of a honey badger is impenetrable to many venomous teeth of snakes, so their attempts to inflict any damage are futile. Even if a venomous snake, such as a cobra, successfully bites through the skin of the honey badger and injects the maximum amount of venom into the wound, this method will not have much effect on the honey badger. After the bite, there are two possible scenarios. Either the honey badger will continue to attack the snake as if nothing has happened, or if the venom works, the honey badger will sleep for a while, and such sleep will only benefit its organism. Once it wakes up, it'll go on new adventures as if nothing happened. While honey badgers are not the most unusual opponents for snakes, it's much more engaging to see snakes fight uncommon opponents, such as domestic cats or even insects. Stay tuned to witness these confrontations and discover how they end. Let's move on. Number 5. Kangaroo Rat. Even though the character of this video is not capable of defeating and eating a snake, it made it into this episode for a reason. There are few animals on Earth that have learned to avoid snake bites as effortlessly and effectively as kangaroo rats. Surprisingly, these tiny North American rodents are able to jump to a height of more than 2 meters, developing a speed of up to 10 kilometers per hour during the jump. The rodent can not only change the direction of movement, but also freeze. Such speed and agility are enough to confuse the snake. The kangaroo rat has also mastered the basics of kung fu, learning to hit the enemy. By the way, darkness doesn't stop these rodents from striking back. Both opponents in this footage are nocturnal animals. To navigate in the dark, kangaroo rats had to develop hearing no less excellent than that of snakes, and in most cases, it saves their lives. Number 4. Snake versus praying mantis. The praying mantis got its religious name only because of its unique appearance. While its folded forelegs do resemble the gestures of a praying man, the resemblance ends there. These fierce hunters are capable of hunting not only small insects, but also small lizards, rodents, frogs, and even snakes. Most of us only know about praying mantises because of their peculiar relationship between males and females. However, there's a lot to see here without that. For example, the art of praying mantis ambush hunting is cool. These insects feed only on fresh flesh, making the praying mantis body a real killing tool. Its forelegs open like pen knives and have many sharp spines that stick into its prey and hold it in place. These spines are enough to deal with snake scales. The creature's head can rotate 180 degrees in all planes, giving it a huge advantage because it can keep its prey in sight. The praying mantis has as many as 5 eyes, including 2 regular ones and 3 small ones above the antenna, allowing it to see the movement of an object up to 18 meters away. As an unusual opponent for snakes, the praying mantis is able to see the snake from a long distance, giving it an advantage. Number 3. Meerkats versus Cape Cobra. Logically, the meerkat has no chance of defeating the Cape Cobra. This dangerous reptile produces the strongest venom, moves dexterously even through trees, and is almost 2 meters long. However, you shouldn't underestimate the power of the crowd, which plays on the side of the meerkats. First of all, these animals have excellent skills in transmitting alarm signals. Having seen a dangerous snake from afar, the meerkat immediately informs the whole flock of its approach. Secondly, in extreme cases, meerkats resort to a group attack on snakes. The Cape Cobra, accustomed to attacking a single opponent, gets confused when it's bombarded by a hail of blows and bites from all sides. The essence of such a group fight is simple: to strike when the Cape Cobra turned its back to you by the tail. Such attacks are often used to train young members of the flock, and they not only teach the young ones not to be afraid of snakes, but also remind the snakes that meerkats are not the easiest prey. Number 2. Porcupine versus Boa Constrictor. A photo of a snake covered in strange needles surfaced on the internet not too long ago. It made me wonder what kind of fight could result in such a peculiar sight. Upon further investigation, it turns out that the battle in question was between a boa constrictor and a porcupine. Boa constrictors are not venomous, and their primary method of attack is to wrap themselves around their prey and squeeze it to death. This usually works well, but in the case of a porcupine, it presents a unique challenge. How can the snake wrap itself around an animal with such a prickly exterior? The answer is it can't. The footage of the confrontation likely left the snake with a lasting memory that it's best to avoid thorny creatures for practical reasons. Even if the boa constrictor had managed to defeat the porcupine, there would have been another obstacle to overcome: swallowing the prey whole. In this case, the process would have been excruciatingly painful due to the porcupine's quills. Number 1. On its territory. Domestic cats are fast and agile. There are these skills enough to defeat a snake. Many domestic predators have no problem catching a bird or a mouse, but for this cat, the snake clearly seemed a worthy partner to play with. However, while the cat used its hunting instinct only for fun, the snake was clearly fighting for its life. It started with cautious appreciation of the enemy, but as soon as the curious cat became bolder, the snake had to go on the offensive. It's unknown which animal came out victorious in this battle. After a lightning bite to the nose, both opponents disappeared from the frame. We can only hope that the snake was not venomous and that the cat will continue to defend the yard from uninvited guests. Thanks for tuning in. Share with us some interesting snake facts in the comments section below. Have a great day.